What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Before I get into the recap against the Detroit Lions, I want to quickly give a shout out to Sports Fan Entertainment and the man who runs the channel, MJ. I want to thank you for allowing me to post a video on your channel. It was really surprising when you sent me that message, and I appreciate you reaching out to me and taking a chance on me and allowing me to post content on your channel. And I hope we can do things further in the future. And I will link the video in the description below for those of you guys who want to watch it. It's can the New York Giants make another Super Bowl run? So I'll link that in the description below. And yeah, moving on. Thank you, MJ. So moving on. The Giants come out victorious against the Detroit Lions, 17-6, get their 10th win of the year, 7th at home. They are now 7-1 at home. That was their final home game. Now we got some hard games here against Philadelphia and Washington. And this game, you know, it was 17-6, and our offense didn't look that bad. We looked more conservative than we did look bad. I mean, I don't think the Giants really needed to go deep. We really didn't see any deep balls from Eli at all. So let's get in. Hold on. My bad. All right. So yeah, we really didn't see any deep balls from Eli Manning. It's not like they really wanted to. They were running the ball pretty effectively. There really was no need of rushing it. So I can tell one of the reasons why this offense is kind of calming it down is because their defense. I mean, we have a great defense. Did not allow a touchdown, 6 points, and I think we shut them out in the second half. I mean, it was just, guys, we don't need to score 24 or more points. I mean, I think if the Giants wanted to, they would have. We would have scored 24 points had Shane Vereen not fumbled close to the end zone. This guy really has fumbling problems. He's a huge asset to the team, but he really has fumbling problems. But yeah, we could have had 24 points there. Odell Beckham made a great catch, one-hand catch. Eli Manning just looked like he was throwing it to the ground, honestly. That was a bad throw by Eli. It was a spiral, but it was a bad throw. Odell Beckham caught it, and he got into the end zone. And then the other touchdown in the beginning of the first drive of the game, Sterling Shepard on a corner route. Tight coverage, was still able to thread the needle. Sterling Shepard for the first touchdown of the game. And then Victor Cruz, man, I'm tired of this guy. I love Victor, don't get me wrong, I love me some Victor Cruz, but lately, I mean, I can't stand him whining about him not getting reps, but he's not, I mean, it could be Eli not targeting him, maybe that's the reason. But, I mean, he shows up for one reception. He's out of the game completely. As soon as he caught that 29-yard pass, I was like, yeah, it's over. He's done for the day. I mean, he's just going to catch a pass and sit on the bench the rest of the game. It's every game he catches almost a 30-plus yard or more pass, and he's away. He's gone. So I don't know what is the meaning of that, but it's whatever. Eli Manning only threw for 201 yards, but he played great. Had the best start of his career, 11 out of 11 to start off the game. That's completions and attempts and completions. He played great. He didn't need to throw the ball deep. He was very accurate short, and that's how they moved down the field. That's how I like to see things. That's the West Coast offense for you. It's pass short, yards after catch. That's how you do it. You don't need to pass long all the time. Granted, sure, I mean, it's not like you're not allowed to pass the ball deep, but that's what the West Coast offense is about. Short passes and getting yards after the catch. And then the defense, I mean, why do you need to score 24 points? You don't need to score 24 points. Sure, for moral, for morale or anything, for a confidence boost. But, I mean, you really don't need to. It's not like your defense is allowing 25 points a game and you have to score 30 points in order to win the game. That's not how the Giants are set up anymore. We can score 17 points. We can score 20 points and still win the game. Not a lot of teams can say that, and that's how special this defense is. And on top of that, our running game is getting very well. Eli Manning, not as much pressure as he usually gets. because he actually, I think we found somewhat of a running game with Paul Perkins here, and I think it's time that we actually, make him a starter. Rashad Jennings, he's 31 years old. I don't think he signed through next year. I think this is his contract year right here. I think it's pretty much over. 31 years old. He doesn't really need to be re-signed. He hasn't shown anything that he needs to be re-signed. He's more of a kind of bruising back. He's more of a power back, and I don't think the Giants really have that run blocking scheme set up yet, because with the power backs, the offensive line just creates a hole and they run right through it. But, with Paul Perkins, he's able to shift through the line and find a hole because, the offensive line really doesn't know what they're doing when it comes to run blocking. So I think Paul Perkins earned his right as a starter. 11 carries, 56 yards, 5.1 average. And Rashad Jennings didn't do well at all. 18 carries for 38 yards, 2.1 average. So there's that. Golden Tate absolutely shredded us. Granted, he could have had more yards than 8 receptions for 122 yards. He could have had like 11 receptions, 160 yards. This guy really couldn't keep his feet down when Matthew Stafford threw perfect passes to him. There was 2 plays in particular that he couldn't keep his feet down, and it was huge plays that could have got them some points. But, yeah, he couldn't keep his feet down. And Matthew Stafford and his finger, I don't want to hear any excuses from you non-Giants fans watching this video. Oh, Matthew Stafford, his finger was messed up. That's why he couldn't score points. His finger looked just fine. His throwing looked just fine. There was only one pass in particular that he threw a complete duck to Eric Ebron on a drive route. That ball looked like it was tipped, but it wasn't tipped. That's how bad it was. But other than that, he was throwing better passes, long and deep and medium and short, better than Eli. So don't tell me that Matthew Stafford, his finger affected him to the point where that's the reason why they scored 6 points. He was fine. Also, their running game couldn't get it going. They got this random guy, Dwayne Washington. I don't know who he was, but he wasn't making anything. The best yardage he had was like in the first quarter. He gained 12 yards there, and that was it. Zach Zenner had a few carries. He fumbled close to the end zone, was picked up by Olivier Vernon. It was forced out by Leon Hall. And yeah, 6 points. 6 points to an MVP candidate, Matthew Stafford. And Matthew Stafford has 8 comeback wins, and he couldn't get it going here. And this was a complete blowout in my mind. Not exactly like a, scoring points blowout. I think it was just a mental blowout. I don't think the Lions really thought they were in this game the whole game. They couldn't move the ball down the field at all. And they got some great players on there. Marvin Jones made some great catches on Eli Apple and Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. But, they couldn't get it going. And Janoris Jenkins, he went out with a back injury, but he later confirmed he's just fine. So we're probably going to see him in the Philadelphia game. They probably kept him out because they don't want to further anything that may be minor. I could understand that completely. We have a big game coming up against Philadelphia. We need Janoris Jenkins. But Trevin Wade, man. First, Trevin Wade allows a huge pass to a punter back in the Washington game. Then he gets burned by almost every receiver, even if they don't have a name in the NFL. And then now he's hurting his own teammates. He threw his knee into Janoris Jenkins. And Jesus, man. If that doesn't tell you that this guy needs to be cut, I don't know what does. I think Cody Sensabaugh is playing pretty well. Cody Sensabaugh is a former starter, so the fact that he's our number 4 corner would be just fine with me. So yeah, man, Justin Pugh's back. That spoke volumes because we ran the ball for over 100 yards once again, and we actually ran it very consistently. There was a point where we ran it like 4 times in a row, which was great. I love seeing the fact that we could run the ball. If it was up to me, I would run the ball more of the time than I would pass the ball. Old school football is what I love to do. I would love to being able to run the ball, control the clock, more than passing it and risking the fact that you might get it picked or, you might not be able to control the clock the way you want to. So, we have a huge game coming up against Philadelphia, guys. Woo! We're going to be playing in those Color Rush uniforms. Philadelphia is blocking out once again. I don't know. They have this thing if they black out, they're just going to win the game. That's how Philadelphia fans are. They feel like if they wear a certain uniform, automatically they're just, these gods. But they're out of playoff contention. All they really are doing are, you know, playing spoiler. The fact that you're happy about playing spoiler instead of fighting for a playoff spot is pretty sad. But anyway, the Giants are, you know, you guys could go along with your blackout or whatever you guys want to call it, but the Giants got the old 1986 uniforms, away uniforms, that we're using as color rush, and holy crap, guys, we need to sign a petition. We need to sign a petition. We need to make that our official uniforms, our official away uniforms, because Jesus, I mean, we would steal the show wherever we go. I'm serious. Those uniforms are amazing. I'm not trying to be a homer or anything, but those color rush uniforms are the best that I've seen of the color rush uniforms. The Saints come close to it because I love that gold and black, but those Giants 1986 color rush uniforms look absolutely amazing. But yeah, we got to face Philadelphia Thursday Night Football. I think we could win that game. And then Washington is the real challenge. I think that's probably going to be for that wild card spot. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I missed some areas. I didn't cover everything. Oh, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie had an interception to seal off the game. That was a great play. So if I missed anything, let me know, guys. I didn't watch completely of the whole game. I missed some of the first quarter. I was out, and then I had to go back out. It's Christmas season, and I had to go do some stuff. And I missed like the rest of the fourth quarter. Once Detroit punted the ball away again, I kind of knew it was over, so I had to go at that point. But if I missed anything, if you guys want to talk about anything about the game, about the Giants, whatever it is, let me know in the comment section below. I usually respond to everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Picks come out tomorrow.